Dear DSA students, we are so excited to be on this journey with you, and we want to say a big well done for your commitment and enthusiasm so far. Whether you have just joined or you have been learning with us over the past few weeks, we see your progress and we are rooting for you all the way. Now, we know there's been a bit of silence around the learning management system, and we sincerely apologize for that. But here's the good news. We have an update as regards the learning management system, and it is one you'll love. Some of you may have been onboarded on the previous LMS, but want to ask that you kindly disregard any previous link, platform, or communication concerning that old system. We are officially switching to a new platform that you may be familiar with, Canvas by Instructure. For those new to Canvas, don't worry. A video tutorial will be uploaded to guide you step by step on how to use the platform effectively on our YouTube channel. You will also receive an onboarding email directly from Canvas by Instructure to help you get started. Please follow the instructions in the email and input your details to begin your learning journey on the platform. We are committed to making sure your learning experience is smooth, interactive, and impactful. So please, pay close attention to the announcements coming right after this video for more details. We are so glad to have you with us. Keep going, we've got this. Dear DSA students, we are so excited to be on this journey with you, and we want to say a big well done for your commitment and enthusiasm so far. Whether you have just joined or you have been learning with us over the past few weeks, we see your progress and we are rooting for you all the way. Now, we know there's been a bit of silence around the learning management system, and we sincerely apologize for that. But here's the good news. We have an update as regards the learning management system, and it is one you'll love. Some of you may have been onboarded on the previous LMS, but want to ask that you kindly disregard any previous link, platform, or communication concerning that old system. We are officially switching to a new platform that you may be familiar with, Canvas by Instructure. For those new to Canvas, don't worry. A video tutorial will be uploaded to guide you step by step on how to use the platform effectively on our YouTube channel. You will also receive an onboarding email directly from Canvas by Instructure to help you get started. Please follow the instructions in the email and input your details to begin your learning journey on the platform. We are committed to making sure your learning experience is smooth, interactive, and impactful. So please, pay close attention to the announcements coming right after this video for more details. We are so glad to have you with us. Keep going, we've got this. Dear DSA students, we are so excited to be on this journey with you, and we want to say a big well done for your commitment and enthusiasm so far. Whether you have just joined or you have been learning with us over the past few weeks, we see your progress and we are rooting for you all the way. Now, we know there's been a bit of silence around the learning management system, and we sincerely apologize for that. But here's the good news. We have an update as regards the learning management system, and it is one you'll love. Some of you may have been onboarded on the previous LMS, but want to ask that you kindly disregard any previous link, platform, or communication concerning that old system. We are officially switching to a new platform that you may be familiar with, Canvas by Instructure. For those new to Canvas, don't worry. A video tutorial will be uploaded to guide you step by step on how to use the platform effectively on our YouTube channel. You will also receive an onboarding email directly from Canvas by Instructure to help you get started. Please follow the instructions in the email and input your details to begin your learning journey on the platform. We are committed to making sure your learning experience is smooth, interactive, and impactful. So please, pay close attention to the announcements coming right after this video for more details. We are so glad to have you with us. Keep going, we've got this. Dear DSA students, we are so excited to be on this journey with you, and we want to say a big well done for your commitment and enthusiasm so far. Whether you have just joined or you have been learning with us over the past few weeks, we see your progress and we are rooting for you all the way. Now, we know there's been a bit of silence around the learning management system, and we sincerely apologize for that. But here's the good news. We have an update as regards the learning management system, and it is one you'll love. Some of you may have been onboarded on the previous LMS, but want to ask that you kindly disregard any previous link, platform, or communication concerning that old system. We are officially switching to a new platform that you may be familiar with, Canvas by Instructure. For those new to Canvas, don't worry. A video tutorial will be uploaded to guide you step by step on how to use the platform effectively on our YouTube channel. You will also receive an onboarding email directly from Canvas by Instructure to help you get started. Please follow the instructions in the email and input your details to begin your learning journey on the platform. We are committed to making sure your learning experience is smooth, interactive, and impactful. So please, pay close attention to the announcements coming right after this video for more details. We are so glad to have you with us. Keep going, we've got this. Dear DSA students, we are so excited to be on this journey with you, and we want to say a big well done for your commitment and enthusiasm so far. Whether you have just joined or you have been learning with us over the past few weeks, we see your progress and we are rooting for you all the way. Now, we know there's been a bit of silence around the learning management system, and we sincerely apologize for that. But here's the good news. We have an update as regards the learning management system, and it is one you'll love. Some of you may have been onboarded on the previous LMS, but want to ask that you kindly disregard any previous link, platform, or communication concerning that old system. We are officially switching to a new platform that you may be familiar with, Canvas by Instructure. For those new to Canvas, don't worry. A video tutorial will be uploaded to guide you step by step on how to use the platform effectively on our YouTube channel. You will also receive an onboarding email directly from Canvas by Instructure to help you get started. Please follow the instructions in the email and input your details to begin your learning journey on the platform. We are committed to making sure your learning experience is smooth, interactive, and impactful. So please, pay close attention to the announcements coming right after this video for more details. We are so glad to have you with us. Keep going, we've got this. Dear DSA students, we are so excited to be on this journey with you, and we want to say a big well done for your commitment and enthusiasm so far. Whether you have just joined or you have been learning with us over the past few weeks, we see your progress and we are rooting for you all the way. Now, we know there's been a bit of silence around the learning management system, and we sincerely apologize for that. But here's the good news. We have an update as regards the learning management system, and it is one you'll love. Some of you may have been onboarded on the previous LMS, but want to ask that you kindly disregard any previous link, platform, or communication concerning that old system. We are officially switching to a new platform that you may be familiar with, Canvas by Instructure. For those new to Canvas, don't worry. A video tutorial will be uploaded to guide you step by step on how to use the platform effectively on our YouTube channel. You will also receive an onboarding email directly from Canvas by Instructure to help you get started. Please follow the instructions in the email and input your details to begin your learning journey on the platform. We are committed to making sure your learning experience is smooth, interactive, and impactful. So please, pay close attention to the announcements coming right after this video for more details. We are so glad to have you with us. Keep going, we've got this. Dear DSA students, We are so excited to be on this journey with you, and we want to say a big well done for your commitment and enthusiasm so far. Whether you have just joined or you have been learning with us over the past few weeks, we see your progress and we are rooting for you all the way. Now, we know there's been a bit of silence around the learning management system, and we sincerely apologize for that. But here's the good news. We have an update as regards the learning management system, and it is one you'll love. Some of you may have been onboarded on the previous LMS, but want to ask that you kindly disregard any previous link, platform, or communication concerning that old system. We are officially switching to a new platform that you may be familiar with, Canvas by Instructure. For those new to Canvas, don't worry. A video tutorial will be uploaded to guide you step by step on how to use the platform effectively on our YouTube channel. You will also receive an onboarding email directly from Canvas by Instructure to help you get started. Please follow the instructions in the email and input your details to begin your learning journey on the platform. We are committed to making sure your learning experience is smooth, interactive, and impactful. So please, pay close attention to the announcements coming right after this video for more details. We are so glad to have you with us. Keep going, we've got this. Dear DSA students, we are so excited to be on this journey with you, and we want to say a big well done for your
That has been fixed. Thank you for bringing that to my attention, everybody. Good evening. My sincere apologies for being 10 minutes late. I hope you all did not. And also, my sincere apologies for moving the class from yesterday to today. I was unavoidably engaged with work, and now I'm back. I'm here for you all. You have my full attention. I apologize once again for being here 10 minutes late. I guess we've done our highs and hellos, and I will use a minute to ask us how our Friday is going. Sincere apologies for changing your schedule. I know that many of us want to do the whole TGIF, and I must have trampled on that plan. I apologize once again. Thank you, Fumilayo. Good evening, Bethel. Hi, Glory. I am Ide. Hello. Tech team, can you please take my face off the screen? Thank you. Yay, favor. Finally, I missed you all yesterday, honestly. I missed you all yesterday, and I am happy to be here. Let me just take my slide to day 3. So while I'm doing this, how many of us has been practicing our word processor skills and let's see, and email management? Let's go careful. So I'd have to take the changing of slides carefully so I don't have to. Winners, that's a good one. Winner says, let's see. I saw that before it changed. Something about Friday was good. Thank God it didn't fry me. That's a good one. Thank you. That's let's see. Calendar management. We did that. How many of us have practiced or are now working closely with Google Calendar or Outlook? Since not everybody's using Google. Okay, this is day 2. My apologies if I do not respond to. Okay, I'm still trying to understand Trello. Trello isn't so hard. You just. I'm still trying to understand Trello. Trying to create folders with my inbox. I also created calendar. Thank you. My name is Gordon. I love your voice so much. Thank you. I've been practicing my email. And I also tried Trello today. I like the fact that many of us are already experimenting. Oh my God. Okay, so when you try to book the trip, yes, they'll just reach out to just ignore the email. Oh, good. I'm glad that many of us are already. Um, Sorry if my attention seems divided. I'm trying to get us on the slide for today so that we all can, you know, yeah. Okay. All right. We're here. I'll just bring up my notes. I'm not going to lie, I'm happy it's Friday. Welcoming the weekend. Get your rest. I hope we all make time to rest during the weekend because Monday is just a few minutes away. A friend of mine will say Monday is just 30 minutes away, so use your weekend wisely. Okay, so all right, everyone, welcome to day 3 of week 4. I am really proud of how far you all have come and how patient you've been with me. We've been learning and we've been growing together. Today, we will be discussing about 2 powerful tools that help virtual assistants keep everything organized and professional. I'm talking about agenda preparation and expense reporting. Now, today's goals, we're going to understand what expense reporting means and why it matters. Then we're going to do a demo on how to use tools like Excel and Google Sheets to prepare your expense reports and your agendas. And then we're going to learn how to clearly draft a meeting agenda. And then we're going to practice through real life tasks, just like a short real life demo. So what are expenses? How many of us um how many of us write down our intended expenses? For example, let's say you want to go to the market and you have 100,000 naira to spend. How do you do you just wing it? Do you just go to the market um to just go there and then just do any mini miny on what you think you need, or do you write a breakdown of how you intend to spend this money? Mhm, mhm, mm. Okay, many of us. I'm glad that many of us do breakdowns. Hmm. Awesome. So now, expenses. What are expenses? Expenses are costs or money spent by workers for work-related things. Now, in your case, the expenses you use on your groceries or for yourself, those expenses are personal expenses, but today we'll be discussing more on work-related expenses. So expenses are costs or money spent by workers for work-related things like transportation, food, training, or meetings. These are usually paid for during office duties or trip. So remember, on Wednesday we discussed travel coordination. Yes, so now the expenses covered during travel coordination is what we are discussing today. Elizabeth, I just hope that the Holy Spirit, you don't blame the Holy Spirit when you don't have money left for the really important things you remember later on in the market. Um, so now we're going to talk about, so now that we've learned what work related expenses are, we're going to discuss next on what is an expense report. An expense report is a document that records money spent for business purposes, work-related purposes. So expense report is that document that you prepare and you send off that records the money that has been spent for work-related expenses like transportation, meals, lodging, or equipment. This is how we track spending, request for reimbursement, and then this makes sure that we like ensure this ensures transparency between yourself and your company. Now it usually includes the date you spent the money, that's the date you must have made that expenses, that the day that that expense was made, the date, the amount that was spent, what you spent it for, and sometimes you need to add the receipts. And these receipts can either be pictures or scans of the payment slip. Now, what is reimbursement? Reimbursement means the company pays you back for the money you spent on an approved work expenses. This might be through a bank transfer or company credit card. Now, reimbursement, another word for reimbursement is you tell your company or your company wants to send you off on an emergency trip, and then you get the go ahead of your supervisor or your CEO or your boss. He could just tell you, he or she will tell you, oh, use your money, we'll reimburse you. Now, reimbursement simply means the money the company pays you back for your work related expenses. Now, who approves these expenses? Your report is usually sent to your manager or your CEO or your supervisor or a person in charge or a person responsible in that company, person maybe responsible for finance, the finance department or the audit unit. Now they check and approve your expenses before you get paid back. Now, why do we keep records? It's important to keep good record of all your expenses. This helps the company know where their money is going to. This helps them to stay in line with financial rules. And this also helps them prepare for taxes or audit. Now, what tools can help? Companies often use special apps or software to track their expenses. Now, the tools that can help you include now, these tools, they help you to add receipts, record your spending, send reports faster, and some of these tools are Expensify, sorry, and there's Zoho expenses, but the one I use is Google Sheets. It's really easy. I just create a table and then, enter the data as necessary, where necessary. Gifts, they will reimburse you. They would reimburse you. There's always going to be email backing. There's going to be an email correspondence that states that, oh, okay, this was approved, and then you would now give your report. This is the reason why reports is good. Now, expense report is crucial for businesses as it provides transparency, accountability, and insights into financial management. What are the importance of expense reporting? I mentioned transparency and accountability. Expense reporting ensures that, oh, it's supposed to be Naira, but I'll change that. Expense reporting ensures that every Naira Well, this is me prophesying that you're going to be working for international companies anyway. This ensures that every naira or dollar spent is accounted for, thereby reducing the risk of fraud and financial discrepancies. And another importance of expense reporting. All right, Wumi, thank you for calling that to my attention. Another importance of expense reporting is improved budgeting. Now, by tracking expenses, businesses can now have a clear understanding of their spending patterns. Businesses can now have a clear understanding of their spending patterns. This enables them to create more accurate and effective budgeting according to the week. The third importance is tax compliance. Now, expense reports are essential for claiming business related expenses on tax returns, potentially leading to significant tax deductions and savings. No, you haven't missed so much, Kenny. Welcome. Cost optimization. That is another importance of expense reporting. Now, by analyzing expense data, businesses can identify areas where costs can be reduced and efficiencies can be gained. Financial planning is another importance of expense reporting. Now, expense reports provide valuable insights into a business spending pattern. So now your organization is able to now say, okay, this is the amount. So for example, ₦1 million was spent in sending three employees to Lagos for a business trip and back. I hope ₦1 million is enough. So now if before hiring you, that is a new business virtual assistant that is handling their expense report, their travel coordination. Now, if you're able to save, just like the way Chuka was able to save his company 250,000 naira, if now he has helped them to save more money. So now that's the reason why expense reports is. That's the reason why the slides will be shared with you. It will be greatly appreciated if you it will be greatly appreciated if you just pay attention, and then the slides will be shared with you later on. Classes like this, they don't really take notes. You just listen, and then and when you're not jotting word for word what it is you see on the slides that is being shared. If you want to jot, you just jot the really important stuff that you feel you're going to forget. And then later when the slides is being shared to you, you will then read through and then add it up with your own jotted. I hope that helps. Yeah, so final. Okay, so I am here, financial planning. So expense reports provide valuable insights into business spending patterns, aiding in financial planning and decision making. Cash flow management. So cash flow management is another expense reporting aids in a company's cash flow management. Accurate Accurate expense tracking helps businesses manage their cash flow more efficiently, ensuring that they have sufficient funds available when needed. Common business expenses you may need to report. That's the transportation, everything transportation, that's flight fare, bus fare, Uber fare, all the transport related expenses that must have been incurred during a work trip. Now, meals during travel, hotel stays, internet or call credit for work, Like my company pays me for internet, and I always have to like give an expense report on that. And then there is for office supply. Let's say you're working in a physical, let's say you're working in a physical agency, and then you need to get, maybe there's no paper, there's no biro, there's no stationer, basically office supply. If there isn't any and you spent money on that, you'd want the company to probably reimburse you. Just do a report and then you will be reimbursed. What makes a good expense report? Now, clear dates and the purpose of the expense, accurate figure and currency that was used to purchase whatever product. Some, for example, if you're working in the IT department and then you need to buy a software, most of the software are not sold in naira, it's probably in dollar. So you now have to make sure that in your expense report, the currency is shown there that, oh, I bought this in dollars, so you're going to give me the naira equivalent of the amount that was spent. You want to attach receipts or screenshots as proof of payment of the expense that has been made. In the end, you want to organize your report in a tabulated format so that it is easily read. Case study. Blessing supports a remote team in Abuja. Every week, she collects team transport and airtime receipts. She organizes them into a spreadsheet with totals and notes and emails them to the finance officer every Friday. Now, what makes Blessing's method reliable and effective? I'll take that again. Blessing supports a remote team in Abuja. Each week, she collects team transport and airtime receipts, organizes them into a spreadsheet with totals and notes, and emails them to the financial officer every week. What now? The discussion point is, what makes Blessing's method reliable and effective? I'll give us time to brainstorm on that. Ability to use where she organize them in a spreadsheet and emails them, correct? Okay. Organizing them into a spreadsheet. Hmm. Okay, she was meticulous and clever to keep the receipt as proof. She had a detailed expense report and used the spreadsheet. Okay, Blessing gave a good expense report including clear date and purpose and successfully organizes them into a spreadsheet. That's a good one. Um, hmm, hmm. We're all giving amazing attempts, but there were some of us are just picking what she did in the case study and then just returning them as answers. So because I'd hate to keep us here for long, and I'm really sorry if I'm fast to those that say I am fast. I am trying to catch up with time that has been lost, and I also do not want to keep us here for long. So my sincere apologies, and I would cautiously take my speed down a notch. Actually, Martin writes down the event for each day, including the date. So Elizabeth says, "Oh, okay, oh, that's a very good one." First, Blessing writes down the expenses for each day, including the date and item, and then she calculates it at the end of the week and said it's. That's good. All right, we all gave amazing answers. Well, let's just, this is my own. So now, first thing is what makes Blessing's method reliable and effective. One is her consistency. The fact that she gets the reports done every week has made it now as Blessing submits she submits her reports. Okay, so now the first thing that makes Blessing's method reliable and effective is her consistent routine of reporting, of submitting her reports every Friday. Now, this creates a predictable schedule for the finance team. This consistency builds trust and ensures that nothing is forgotten or delayed. Now, the second method, the second thing about her method that makes her work reliable and effective is that she uses spreadsheets to record all her expenses. Now, this allows for easy tracking, sorting, and referencing. Each entry includes the totals and notes, which adds context to her report, and it reduces confusion for the financial officer. The third, the third The third reason why her method is effective and reliable is the centralized receipts. She collects now collecting and storing all the receipts, that's the transport and the airtime, ensures that all claims are verified and transparent. It prevents a case of missing or unverified expenses, making the process of making the audit process friendly and fair. The fourth reason why her method is reliable and effective is the clear communication. Now, by emailing her report at a set time weekly, which is on Friday, Blessing keeps the financial officer informed and updated without the need of reminders. All of our answers were amazing, but we are always missing the fact that a case study is, is broad. It's not just about one answer. It's about touching every area of the virtual assistant manual, where clear communication, organization, sorry, and then consistency. Now, Blessing's method is reliable because it is structured, accurate, and timely. She's not only keeping her team record clean, but she's also making life easier for the financial department, which is like a major add-on for any virtual assistant. I'm hoping that this explanation has clearly given us like a better understanding of how case studies should be answered and how this discussion should have been approached. Oh Godson, I probably did not see. I probably did not see that. Sorry. All right. Now, next we want to discuss about is the can the answer be shown in the slide? I would have to edit the slide and then add the discussion points for the case study. That's a good one. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. Mercy, I'm sorry I did not see there's a lot of responses coming in. But if you did that, if you wrote that, that's a good one. Well done. So now next we're going to go into what an agenda is. We want to discuss about agenda reporting. An agenda is a list of items to be discussed, considered, or done, usually within a specific context like meetings or a plan of action. Let's say I have a meeting. What do I want to discuss? What do I want to achieve at the end of this meeting? I'll now write an agenda. If I have a plan of action for the day, how do I achieve that? I achieve that by breaking it down into agendas for the day. I'm going to do this, then I'll do this, then I'll do this, and then in the end, and this is the result I'm hoping to get. Question. Have any of you ever been in a meeting that felt like a complete waste of time? Like you are sent the meeting link, you go on the meeting, and then you're just there. There is no clear topic. People are interrupting each other, talking over themselves, and then at the end, nothing is decided. This is what happens when there is no agenda. A meeting agenda is a structured list of topics, objectives, and timing that guides a meeting. It helps everyone to keep focused and accountable. Just like my slides. When I started my slide, I told you what today's goals were to be. And then I was like, oh, today we're going to learn this, we're going to learn this, we'll be able to do this, and then we'll do this. Now, this way, you now know that, oh, for this class, by the end of this class, I should be able to understand what an agenda is. I should be able to understand expense reporting. This gives you like basic idea of what you're about to get into. I'm so sorry, but I don't know why our youth meetings are always like that. There is no agenda. We'll just come. Everybody's talking over themselves. But for the fact, and I have committed myself to the group, I will not. I just always try to listen and pick whatever relevant point they think they are hoping to share, and then when the meeting is over, I'll just be like, oh, good riddance. So now, what are the importance of having an agenda done? Or so now, importance of an agenda. Now, for clarity and for focus, an agenda defines the purpose of a meeting, the objective of a meeting, the expected outcome of this meeting. Now, this clear structure prevents meeting from getting off the topic, and then it ensures that participants stay focused on the main issues. Time management. By outlining specific time slots for each agenda item, an agenda helps manage meeting time effectively, preventing discussions from lingering on unnecessarily. Because there are times when people just stay and be talking and be talking. The budget, we need more money, people are not contributing. And let's say we're just supposed to do this for like 5 minutes, and then we'll be like, oh, when we call for meetings or for contributions, you don't want to contribute. I know the country is hard. No, why don't you just write the key points and then talk about the key points and then stay on track, and then everybody gets to live in good time. This is the reason why it's important to have an agenda. Preparation. Another importance of agenda is it prepares you. It prepares not only the facilitator, it prepares the participants. Now, participants can prepare for the meeting in advance by reviewing the agenda and identifying any necessary research or material. So now, if an agenda for a meeting is shared, I, as a participant, I don't want to go there without the knowledge of what is going to be discussed. I will either do my research or ask questions to the necessary persons that will have the answers for me. So that if I'm going there at least with the basic idea of what's about to be discussed. Another importance of having an agenda is for active participation. Now, knowing the agenda and their role in a meeting allows participants to contribute more actively and meaningfully to the discussion. Now, at least now I know what I'm going for this meeting to this meeting for. I'm going to have questions that I want to ask. I'll have points that I want to make. Now, this just having a good agenda, like having a properly outlined agenda gives room for active preparation on both the facilitator and the participant side. It gives another importance of an agenda is for accountability. An agenda can document, not an agenda will document action items and assigned responsibility, fostering accountability and ensuring follow through on agreed upon tasks. Now, documentation and for record keeping. The agenda serves as a valuable record of the meeting, its purpose, and its outcomes, which can be useful for future reference and tracking of progress. Okay. Now, improved productivity is another importance of agendas. A well-structured agenda helps teams to achieve their meeting goals more efficiently and effectively, maximizing their time, the value of their time. So I think so for Tolson's, my apologies for if I am not pronouncing your because this looks more like a company name. If it's Tolson Services. Now, I'm sure a curriculum must have been shared, and if not, my sincere apologies on behalf of the team. But a curriculum, or what do we used to call this? A curriculum is supposed to be shared with you. You should probably check your emails because when the curriculum was shared, I got mine, and that's what I used to prepare for the classes. Now, the key elements of a good agenda. What are the key elements of a good agenda? Meeting, properly outlining meeting objective. Now, these are a brief statement outlining the purpose and the goal of the meeting. A well-written agenda always has meeting objectives, and these meeting objectives, they are a brief statement outlining the purpose and the goal of the meeting. Another key element of a good agenda is the agenda the agenda items. Now, the agenda item, these are a list of topics to be discussed, and it is prioritized for efficiency. Okay, so agenda items are a list of topics to be discussed, and it is prioritized for efficiency. Time allocation. A good agenda has specified time frames for each agenda item, ensuring that the meeting stays on track. Participation and roles is another key element. When the so for participation and roles, you on the agenda has a list of attendees and their designed roles, like designated roles. It's either you see them as facilitators or note takers. Action item. Another key element of a good agenda are action items. These are specified tasks or responsibilities assigned to an individual after a meeting. So now when in let's say the meeting was discussed that, oh, okay, for I'm trying to just draft. a quick meeting. Okay, let's say at the end of a meeting, it was discussed that, oh, okay, the facilitator A will take virtual assistant squad A on a rerun or on a revision from week 1 to week 4. Now, on the agenda, the action item, that's good. That the action item, you now see that action items point 1, virtual assistant, sorry, facilitator A has been assigned to take squad A for virtual assistant revision on week 1 to 3. It's just going to be outlined there, the action items. Now, another key element is the supporting document. Any materials that the meeting participants need to review beforehand. These are so supporting documents basically are any materials participants need to review beforehand or during the meeting. Next steps. This is a clear outline of what should be done after the meeting. Then there's a meeting details. Meeting details include the date, time, and location. All of this point makes a good agenda. So now this is like a sample. This is just like a rough sample of what an agenda looks like. The table I'm going to get us a better. This is just me trying to. So let's see. Okay, so just give me a moment. I'm trying to quickly get us a comprehensive sample of what a meeting agenda should look like. Okay. So basically, this is like a very simple. This is a simple sample of what like an agenda would look like. So the time allocated, like this is like what the time allocated slot is going to be, the topic, the lead, and then notes. So this is more like a sorry guys, I'm sorry I'm distracted. I'm having a quick chat with our tech team. Okay, so now let me show you. Let me just share my screen to look at um, what a detailed agenda would look like. I was going to modify this for our class, but I just did not have All right. So now this is what a meeting agenda looks like. So now the title of the meeting is I hope, let me confirm first. Can we all see my screen? Can we tech team, can you please help me cast my screen? I'm sharing my screen. Okay, can you confirm you can see the screen clearly? Okay. How about now? Can you see it clearly now? I just increased. I just increased it. Can we see it now? It says no. This is how big you can get. I'm getting a lot of no. Tech team, please can we confirm that the size is okay? Okay, so I got a very clear. So I'm going to just go ahead. All right. So now this is a demo of what a detailed agenda is supposed to look like. So now you see it, the heading is the meeting agenda. Then you have the meeting title. Some people's meeting title, some people it maybe like safety meeting, monthly facility meeting, budget review meeting, different names. There are different titles to a meeting. So you write your meeting title. Next is the meeting date. Right, 2025. Please don't take us back. So the meeting is for today's date, and then the start time is 12:30 p.m. and the meeting should end by 2:30 p.m. The location for this meeting is a physical meeting, and it will be at the facility meeting room. You see, it has specific details so that nobody will say, "Oh, we knew that the meeting was going to happen, but we didn't know where it was going to hold." So now room 321. The meeting purpose, now this is going to tell you the purpose of the meeting. So you are going to that meeting with an idea of why the meeting is being held. So now the purpose of this meeting is to finalize the let's just do mm, what are we finalizing? What are we finalizing? Okay. So the purpose of the meeting is to finalize the marketing strategy for a product called XYZ. So now you see the time, the description, and then the presenter. Time 12:30, attendance log. It's going to be done by Jamie. Jamie. Jamie is the secretary as her designation. So for 10 minutes, they're going to do attendance log. And then by 12:40, You're going to approve the meeting for the month, and the person that's going to do that is Mark, and Mark is the assistant dean. That will be done for 5 minutes. Now by 12:45, they're going to what they're going to the description is now what will be discussed is old issues. Now what has been going on before this meeting, probably minutes from the last meeting will be discussed, and that will be done by Linda Dean. By 1 p.m. they're going to be discussing new issues, what matters arising. That will also be taken by Linda Dean. By 1:30, they're going to discuss the false syllable, probably the marketing strategy they have at hand, and that will be done by Tony, that's the deputy chair, by 2:30 p.m. So now you see how the time slot has been aligned. Now, whoever it is that's going to be taking minutes for the meeting is going to be taking live notes of what is going on during this meeting. Okay, so now I'm hoping that this has given us like the basic beginner level idea of it how a good agenda should look like. Now, common mistakes in agenda preparation. Now, a common mistake is when people don't put the purpose of the meeting. For example, you saw the demo I showed, they had a purpose. They wanted to discuss the marketing strategy for product XYZ. So now an agenda should have the why, sorry for that distraction. It's another quick chat with tech. So, common mistakes in agenda preparation. One is no purpose. An agenda should say why the meeting is happening and what should be achieved. Two is too many or too few items. Now, if you include too much, the meeting will drag. And if you include too little, it may be a waste of time, meaning people might be like, oh, okay, they just want to talk about two things. There's no need for me to be there. So it's just try to find a balance. Or even if it's going to be little, if it's going to be like 2 points that wants to be discussed, the meeting time should tell with the meeting time. Don't put a meeting for 45 minutes and then you also want to talk about 4 points. Except the meeting is for a whole company and then every other person will and every other person will have to talk so that it can stretch. But then if that happens, the meeting will become a drag and it's going to become boring. Third point is no rules or leaders. If you saw it, if you see in like the demo I showed you, they had designations for who was going to take what. So every item should say who is in charge of it. This keeps the meeting organized. Now, the fourth point is messy layout. The agenda should be neatly arranged with topics listed in order and a clear time slot for each. Now, another point is no feedback section. Now, you want to leave room for participants to share their comments or suggestions at the end of the meeting. When there's no agenda at all, that means you just fix a meeting and then you don't send an agenda before this meeting. And this leads to confusion and wasted time. No meeting goals. Without clear meeting goals, the meeting may just go on in circle and then nothing is achieved. No moderator. A meeting needs someone to guide the conversation and keep it on track, just like I'm doing right now. I am the moderator for this meeting. This is a meeting, so I am the moderator for this meeting. So now, let's picture if there was no moderator now, and then tech team just decides to play adverts for you. Many of us will not be here. But then you have a moderator that you can see, and you're like, yes, this person is present. This is not a pre-recording, and then it helps. It gives that human touch to every meeting. Now, no decision making plan. Everybody should know. Everybody should know how decisions will be made and written down. Now, this part comes in when you're doing the minutes of the meeting. So it's not like the minutes of the meeting will then be added to the agenda of the next meeting that is coming up. Now, wrong people in the room. That's another common mistake in agenda preparation. Now, only invite people who are needed to discuss or decide in a particular meeting. Too many people in a meeting makes it messy, and it is very distracting because you then see somebody asking for, oh, is there attendance for this meeting? You've not posted the link for attendance, so or you hear somebody say like, am I in the right meeting? Am I in the right meeting? I don't know. I'm supposed to be in a meeting that discuss about the new film that we're making. I don't know. Is it the right meeting? So things like that is where, where if an agenda is not properly outlined, you're going to have too many people in the room, and then you're going to have people that are going to be distracting you, and that's just going to make the whole meeting very, very messy. Now, poor preparation. If there is no meeting agenda, nobody prepares for the meeting. You just come to the meeting with an intention to just wing it. And now, if participants do not know the agenda ahead of time, they may not be ready to speak or contribute, and that's going to be like, in the end, you're not going to have a successful meeting. Now, if the meeting is too long or too short, that happens when there is no agenda. The meeting should fit the number of topics. Excuse me. So we don't so as to not rush or drag the meeting. Let me check comments because I've not been looking at that for a while. Okay, so please, ma, for the expenditure, is it the VA that will fund the expenses before being paid at the end of the week or month? No, it is not your responsibility to fund anything, except maybe it is, for example, like in my case, there are some times where I am not given data allowance, and then I just do my data. Okay, I know I need data to work, and maybe I haven't been paid for my data yet. I'll just do my data, and then I'm like, oh, okay, team, for the month of May, June, and July, I bought data at this rate. I am requesting reimbursement. Now, I bought data for work related expenses. It's a work related expenses. In the event event where it is somebody is traveling, you're doing a meeting travel coordination, you are not going except you have the money to pay for somebody's flight, or except the company has reserved money with you before now. Please don't go and use your personal money to pay for your employer's flight details. You're going to ask your company to send you money. Oh, okay, this is the amount that's going to be needed to this is the amount that's going to be needed for XYZ's flight travel expenses. How would you advise I process this payment? Now, things like this so it's not you that would please, it's not you. And this, for the person asking how do we create meeting agenda using Canva, you will there's a term. Favor, you go on your breaks, and I'm so sorry. The 1 hour mark would come in 3 minutes. Then you go for your 10 minutes break, and then we'll do a recap. I'm sorry, I'm chipping into your time. Okay, so let me just use the next 3 minutes to for the person that asks, that's Ayodeji. My apologies again. Ayodeji. I'm sorry. So the question you asked is, what tools do you use for agenda meetings? Yes, you use your Google Doc. You use Google Doc. Or you can decide to be fancy and use Canva. For those that ask what application that I use, it was Canva. So from there, I have it. It gives me a template I can just easily edit and put into my I put in my own information, but I just do not have time to make the necessary edits. Okay. All right. So I think I've gone through all the questions that I haven't looked at while I was doing the demo. Um, I will now allow us to our 10 minutes break, and we'll be back by 20 minutes. Okay, no, like, so it's 10 minutes, yeah. So we'll be back by 3:20, sorry, 8:20, so that we can do a recap and then take our quiz. I will see you all in the next 11 minutes. Please take water, attend to your attendance. Attend to your attendance, and so tech team will just try and check. I can see so tech team. They say that the attendance link isn't working. So I'm sure the 10 minutes break is enough time for everything to be rectified and gets on. Everybody gets to take their attendance. I will see you all in 10 minutes. Bye for now. Hello, everybody. Welcome back from the break. I hope we're all able to take our attendance. Okay. So, tech team, please take my picture of the slide, of the stage, I mean. Thank you. Awesome. So, right now, just before I go into the recap for day 3, as today is the last day of week 4, I want to just go through like a recap of what was done this week. So on Monday, which was our day 1, we began our week by diving into 2 pillars of virtual assistant work, which was email and calendar management. You learned you learned how to organize inboxes using folders, filters, and labels. You learned how to craft professional emails that leaves no room for miscommunication. You learned how to apply tools like Gmail, Outlook, and you also learned some email etiquette best practices. Then for calendar management, you saw how to, I hope I did show you that demo, how to create, schedule, and manage meetings and events effectively. Um, we learned that tools like Google and Calendly helps to reduce clashes and keep schedules aligned. And I'm also hoping that you all were able to practice building a calendar for your week's flow. For day 2, we discussed travel and meeting coordination, and that's a very crucial task for supporting remote and global teams. Then on that day, we learned how to compare flight option and choose effective hotels and create detailed itineraries. We learned how to prepare. If we didn't learn, but then I'm hoping that we get to practice how to prepare and coordinate smooth virtual and physical meetings. And then we learned the how to avoid common coordination issues like double booking, time zone confusion, or disorganized itineraries. Now today, day 3, we learned today, day 3, today, day 3, we we today was all about keeping operations smooth and um, how to keep operations smooth and professional behind the scenes. We explored 2 essential support skills every virtual assistant must master, which was creating effective meeting agendas and managing reports. For expense reporting, we learned how to so for expense reporting, we learned that expense reports track and categorize business related spendings. Uh, Another point is the key components, which includes the date, the category, the amount, receipts, and then descriptions. And then we also learned that tools like Expensify and Google Sheets help simplify the process of expense reporting. For agenda, we learned that an agenda keeps meeting focused, timely, and productive. We learned that a strong agenda includes clear objectives, timed topics, assigned speakers, and also it is shared well in advance. Then we discussed common mistakes like unclear goals, tech issues, and then lack of follow up. and how to avoid them. So both of these skills are essential for supporting smooth operation in building trust as a virtual assistant. I hope we all understood the topics that was discussed this week. And if you have questions, please share them with us. The tech team will find its way to push those questions to me. I will answer and in turn have the tech team send back these answers, my responses to you all. It's time for our quiz. I hope our attention is here. I hope our attention is here because it's time for our quiz. Titilayo, I think it's your network. So I'm going to give us time to, focus on Temitope, careful, just calm. Please let's wait a bit so that we're going to answer it together. The idea is to answer this together. So one, which of these is not a typical business expense? A, personal Netflix bill. B, hotel booked for business travel. C, transportation for client to a client's office. Many of us have given the answer A, and that A is the correct answer. So for the second question, why are receipts important in expense reporting? A, to show you have shopped well. B, to prove that the expenses actually happened. For those that said B is the correct answer. So number 3 is, what does an agenda help with? What does an agenda help with? A, track expenses. B, guide meetings. Or C, book flights. The question for number 3 is, what does an agenda help with? A, track expenses. B, guide meetings. And C, book flights. Awesome. To many that says B is the correct answer. Now, the fourth question is, when should you send meeting agendas? When should you send out a meeting agenda? A, after the meeting. B, right before the meeting. C, 1 to 2 days before the meeting. Number 4 seems like it's a tricky one. So the number that says 1 to 2 days before the meeting is correct. So number 5, what tool can be used to scan receipts into PDFs? What tool can be used to scan receipts into PDF? A, Instagram. B, Cam Scanner. 3, Twitter. A very good friend says that I'm giving you easy questions. The reason why I'm doing this is so that I can know that, oh yes, we're actually paying attention and following. The difficult ones are coming, I promise you. Not to scare you, but the questions that are going to question the attentions that you have paid to this class is coming. Thank you all for participating today. Thank you for staying engaged. Thank you for learning with us. You have taken another powerful step in becoming a confident and reliable virtual assistant. Please know that behind every smooth operation, there is someone quietly making it all work. And that someone can be you. Thank you for joining today's class. Another apologies from myself and the team for moving the class that was supposed to be yesterday till today to today. But I'm glad that we're here, and I am sending you off early to go and enjoy your Friday night. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Good night, everybody. Thank you, tech team, for supporting me always. Thank you. Good night.